It's time for some good old-fashioned economics. Buying low, selling high, supply and demand, need and wants, all those economic buzzwords. Hello everyone, I am Archivan, and this is Rise of Industry, Alpha 6.0. I've had this game for about 8 months, which is not nearly as long as some people have had it, or as long as it's been out. But in that amount of time, a lot of changes have gone on, and recently Alpha 6 came out, which added quite a few things, so I figured we'd check it out today and see how it plays now compared to how it played before. Now, the first thing that I notice is that there's a bit of menu overlay, which is a bit of annoying, not game breaking though. So what I want is 3 rivers, town simulator, town name generator, United States, and everything here seems good. So we're gonna jump right in, and I'm going to stop talking because this game does not seem to like menus, loading screens, and recording software, so my voice should cut out any second now, which will not make it into this video, so you won't be able to hear me anymore. And I'm currently watching the amount of frames because whenever that goes down, that's when I know it cut off. And yeah, it cut off like right now. So you shouldn't be able to hear me. I still don't think you should be able to hear me. And that's how I spent 3 years in prison. I'm not doing that again. Anyway, welcome to Rise of Industries, the main map. Here we see that things look rather nice. I think the map looks pretty full with all the different colored trees and the little rocks in the trees. All that. I don't know if that's relatively new, but it's always... I like the style of the game. It's very just calm, like almost minimalist, but not quite. Anyway, so we have roads here, one out of town to there, one out of town to there, and is that it? I believe that's it. Now, where do I want to begin? I think I'm going to start up my industry in Moyoc. It's got... Actually, if I click on these towns, I'll be able to see what they have in them. So depending on what that is, Foxborough might be a good idea. It's got a lot of open land. If I wanted, I could connect up to this road here. And I honestly don't see a better option. Except for maybe Moyoc. Let's start with Foxborough. No, let's start with Moyoc, because we kind of want to be a bit more centralized. So in fact, we're going to start here, so that we have pretty much an even amount of time to travel to each location. It's kind of bad because it means it'll take a little bit for our trucks to get places, but at the same time, we'll have more options so we can maximize profits. And I have a Wikipedia page up here with a list of business buzzwords, because it's been too long since I've had an economics class, and hopefully I'll be able to use the proper word for each scenario, so that all of you business people can understand the seamless integration of jargon that I'm throwing out here. Like a talent relation management. So we're going to build our headquarters right here. And whenever you build a headquarters, you immediately get the building rights to the region that you built it in. The regions are separated by these lines, and the different color lines represent different regions. And so building this right here, we now have the rights to build in Moyoc. So clicking on our headquarters, here we'll be able to see our total assets, the average amount of influence we have. We can make it look different compared to what it is we end up managing in. We can manage research, loans, contracts, and that's about it. Back to research. Hold on a second. That took a little bit. Anyway, Onto research, we can go to the tech tree, and we have 3 free researches available at the very beginning. Now, the tech tree looks entirely different than the last time that I played it, where everything looks a little bit smoother, like the art style of it, but also you don't have to research really like the buildings as much as the items, which is nice. I like the new way that they've got everything going. Now, where I am right now has a ton of trees. So what I'm thinking of is immediately starting out with like the lumber industry, because there's always demand. Always demand for lumber. So from my headquarters, I'm going to make a road that goes like this because it looks fancy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my headquarters is a fancy place. And then we're also going to, on the other side of the road, we'll make our first facility. The lumber yard. I never actually researched anything, did I? I did not. I think we will go in for... Let's storage upgrade. Do we want to go into logistics straight away? I don't think so. Ooh, I've never really messed around very much with liquor. Wait, berries are there and berries are here. So if I unlock berries here, do I get them? I do. That's pretty nice. A berry smoothie. Sugarcane seems kind of profitable. But we have one more thing to upgrade. And liquor, quite a few things required sugarcane, right? Yes. So we'll get there. And we'll begin investing in yeast. We're gonna make a brewery. I haven't really messed around with that tree yet. I've done carpentry, oil, and then just trying to sell a ton of just raw supplies. But from lumber is where our fortune will begin to rise from. That and the $10 million we managed to get a loan for. So we will build this place right. Autosaving. We'll build this right here. Just right on the road. And an interesting thing I noticed about collectors is it doesn't matter how many trees or whatever are nearby. They always get the same amount of materials. So say I built one right here. And then like another one right here. Let's not connect it to my main base. Right there. Despite them having different amount of trees in them, if I connect everything up and start time, you'll notice that they begin to produce lumber at the exact same rate, which I'm losing $3,333. Oh yeah, because I don't know if I went over this. Research takes about $100,000 a month, and it's taking 111 days. If I throw more money at it, it'll go faster, but I don't have that much money to throw at it. In fact, yeast taking over 100 days at $100,000 a month? If a month has like 30 days in it, that's like 4 months of research. And I'm paying people $100,000, $400,000 for 4 months to figure out how to make yeast, something that already exists. I need better scientists, I think is what the moral to that story is. I need some Event Horizon opportunities for a quick win in this fulfillment issue. There we are. So we're beginning to produce lumber, which will be going to the lumber yard. Is there any demand for lumber in Moyoc? Let's go to here. Let's check out the hardware store. They have demand for lumber, 118% the normal value. So right away, we're just gonna start selling to them. Let's grab you, lumberyard. Oh, you're up here. Choose a destination. Commercial. The hardware store in Moyoc. Closest thing. Dispatch priority number 1. We'll send 3 of those there. And that should be good. In fact, hi Neil, do you have a... How much are you willing to pay for lumber? Not nearly as much. Farmer's market. They need sugar and berries. And we can build up to like right here. No, here. Which, that is a lot of land for little old Pixtown. Well, I built that in like the worst possible position, but it was for demonstration purposes. I do not regret it. I'll build a plantation right over here. I tend to like to centralize all of my buildings around one location, with a dirt road just going straight down to here. And we will be making berries out of water. In fact, which one are they willing to pay more for? Actually, we should check out what our friends down here are willing to pay for at their farmer's market. Sugar. So we will make sugar. And we can't collect, we're not collecting any water. Should I collect my own water, or should I just buy? I'll just buy some. Keep things simple. So we will begin making sugar from water. But we do need fields, I think. Or else we won't grow anything. That'll be under overview. Now fortunately you don't need to connect fields with roads. So we will build 3 fields around it and begin making sugarcane as soon as I go to Mayock, wholesaler, start buying some water. Please send me water to my plantation number 1. Dispatch record priority 1. Send 2 trucks a day. How long does a day take to pass? A decent amount of time. Whoa, is that me or is that them? Water, 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 water. Those aren't all going to me, are they? 2 trucks a day, 9, 10, 11, 12. I might just need one truck a day. That's a lot of water. No, 1 truck a day, please. Now, before they had a limited amount of trucks that each place had. So I'm curious, is this all of their trucks just going to send me water? While meanwhile I'm sending like 2 wooden trucks a day. Is that what's going on here? How much water am I gonna have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They go slow on dirt roads too. That's a nice effect. Plus it seems like traffic's becoming a thing now. But probably just because they sent me like a ton of water. But granted, I do have 3 fields, so I might need a ton of water. So let's go back to the wholesaler and set that to 2. There we are. We are slowly producing some sugarcane, and whenever we do, we will bring it to Mayock. Actually, this place is closer than that place. I'll begin to check prices later. Nope, priority number 1, use 3 trucks if necessary. We're just gonna try to sell out any stock that we have. Am I building up a backlog of wood? No. In fact, I could probably build a second harvester. Attach it to the first. There we are. I'm just trying to get this number in the green. Because right now that number's not green, and that's not good. These trucks are making us a decent profit, I think around 3,000 each. So bringing loads of wood to fuel Mayock's raging need for my hardwood. Pause that, turn that off. How much are you paying? 3,300. It needs 6 per 15 days. I don't know if we're able to reach that amount of demand. We can't make rubber. Can we make apples, though? I don't believe so. let's check up over here. Let's check your need for, that's a bookstore. I want the city. Your need for berries is at 122%. 7,500 per berry. 7,100 per sugar cube. Meanwhile, okay, they're paying more than you for sugar cube, but your berries, you need a lot of those. So what we're gonna do is make another factory, a farm. We're gonna place it right. My goodness, I placed that harvester in the worst place. We'll place it there. We'll build up that road. And you're making berries, that's good. Fields. One there. One there. And let's just put one there. And then we will buy water from Hynella. Should I just start making my own water? Save out on that expense. How are you doing with water? You have nothing in capacity storage. Are you waiting on water right now? Is that what's happening? Yes, here's some water trucks. No, those aren't water trucks. Those are going to the plantation. Hey, are you still sending me water? Go back to 3 trucks a day. Let's see if that helps. Then again, I might as well just start producing my own water in all honesty. Let's do that. Gatherers. Water siphon. One right around here. No, could I gather from these little lakes? Will they eventually drain up? I don't know. Oh snap, that's copper right there. I'll build water mill right there. And it's got harvesters. We'll go. Must be built on shore tires. What must be? These things? I swear I've played this game before, by the way. Oh. So I'm... Give me back that $93,000. Give me a water siphon. Build the water siphon right here. And these things. There. There. And there. I'm gonna pause time really quick for this because this is a huge investment. Hopefully it pays off though, so that we don't have to keep paying for water, but there's no guarantee it will. So there we go. And then one really long road all the way to HQ. Nice. That's going to take forever for trucks to drive, but that should be fine. And we are going to send them to Farms 1 and Farms 2. There we go. Now then, can I only build 3 harvesters? I can. Now, we're going to stop prioritizing Farm 2 over Farm 1. Do I have a limited number of trucks? Yeah, only 5. Because this one's still receiving water from town. It should be receiving water from town. Let me correct myself on that. are you still sending me water? Yes, at 3 trucks a day. Well, it's the 27th. Now it's the 28th. Where's your water? Where's my freaking water, buddy? Where is it? Wholesaler? There you are. Where's my water? Come on, mate. Where my water at? Hey, yo! Yo, where's my water? Is that just not shipping me water? It's going to Plantation 1, right? Plantation 1, Plantation 1. No water. Number 1 priority. Please send me stuff. Maybe it was because I had it on 2 priority. It was just like, not important. But they still don't seem to be sending me water. Do they just... They don't have any. I'm dumb. They don't have any water at all. They're not producing water anywhere. So they don't have any. In fact, is anybody... What? Hey, research completed. Pause the game. Let's learn how to grow apples. Grapes, actually. Grapes can turn into wine. And again, if we make apples, we can make hard cider. But I think the less we have trying to make from sugar cubes, the better. So there we go. 60 days. Shouldn't take too long at all to make grapes. And the game... The frames seem to drop rather heavily right now. What's going on? If I zoom in, does that help? It does. So zooming out, the game does not like that. Here's some industry going on. What are you guys doing? You're collecting sand. Now, one of the things that I was wanting to do, that I had mentioned before, whenever I had first gotten this game, I asked about it on the Steam, questions, discussion page, that's what it was called, was I wanted to be able to trade, directly with these different factories, or, the different owners of the factories, because if I needed, say, sand for something, I didn't want to have to wait for them to bring it to, the sand store, or the wholesaler, I believe is where they sell it to, and desperately, try to make it so that I buy sand exactly when they have it. Where are they bringing the sand to? If I wanted to try to get sand, I'd have to wait until now, and then buy that, immediately. But I can't just ask them for it, which I find rather annoying. But that's life. Do you have any storage yet? You do not. Do you have any... Are you producing anything? You are. You're producing a grape. How much money have you been making me? Analysis. Uptime 12%. 2 units produced in your lifetime. We need to up our water game, I believe is what that's telling me. So let's build a second place to gather some water. Just right here. Probably where I should have made it in the first place. And then you add harvesters. Oh hey, I can harvest from these. As long as there's a shoreline. One there. One there. One there. Alright. Road. Down to here. There we go. Then we'll take this, drag it all the way down. I don't want it to get too close so that I can build another field. So about there. To there. To there. So you go to farm 2. You go to farm 1. You know, that makes a lot of sense that they just don't have any more water. So, another thing about this game, I don't know if you know this or not. This town currently is stagnating. My player influence here is plus 86. I don't entirely know what that does, yet. I do know the town's stagnating, and that means it's pretty much just not growing. If I were to start meeting these demands that it has for sugar cubes, in fact, I believe it's got more demand for sugar cubes than the other place does. But if I was to start meeting this demand, and this one, and some of these other ones, then I will begin to assist the town, and the town will begin to start growing. It'll more rapidly be able to... It'll get more houses and more stuff, thus there'll be more demand. It'll have different buildings. Like right now it only has a hardware store and a farmer's market. But this bigger town over here also has a bookstore. So new demand will pop up, and everyone's happy because I'm making more money. And they're getting more people, and thus the town's making more money because taxes and stuff. So, what is a demand of theirs that I could easily meet? Also, they started a sand business here, which, good on them, they're gonna start getting stuff from their wholesaler. However, they're not making much of a profit off of sand right now. I have to admit, the sand profits are rather low. It's probably not the best, best thing to build. Now, if I were to start making apples, but the thing about apples and sugar cubes, and grapes for that matter, is they require water, while things like just wood do not. So it's so much simpler to just throw down a lumberyard, like right here, and pop down a couple of gatherers. Than it is to make sure that you're getting enough water to the locations and all that. And there's buildings and logistics that can help out with that, where if you get below X amount of water, then it'll start sending it. I believe that's what they do. I believe it is a term called herding cats, where everything is too complicated that it seems impossible just to manage. But if we go to Foxborough, what's your demand for wood? You don't have much. Do you have like a lumberyard next to you? You do. How did I not see that before? Anyway, at my lumberyard, let's go to destination. First, we will start going to Moyock, and we'll have a second destination of Foxborough, which is not as high of a priority. But what I'm hoping is that this will get a current monthly balance into the green, out of the red. Because last month, we're producing like quite a bit of money from sales. However, our expenses are keeping us down. Like right now, I believe we're making money. We're making a profit at the moment, but vehicle upkeep might be an issue. How's our water doing? Oh, this is what you want to see. You want to see that you have a backlog of water. I'm not selling my berries. That's not what you want to see. We will go commercial, farmers market in Hynelia. They have a demand for berries. Well, they got a demand for berries. 122%, $7,500, and I just sent them all of my berries. Do I even have this many trucks? No, I'm not sure that I like this. But previously, you only had like a certain amount of trucks. Now, however, you've got pretty much as many trucks as you want. It seems. I don't know if this is a glitch or not, or if it's a setting that I turned on accident. If it is, then my entire point is moot, but it seems like I can just have as many trucks as I want, and they just flood whatever market I'm going to with berries. Like, the demand for berries is starting to go down now because they've got like 7 stored. But it's like they're not gonna need berries near as much anymore, whereas if I can just start sending a steady supply. It's supply and demand. The more supply there is, the less demand there really is for it. What is that? That is... Alright, fulfillment issues? No, that is the... Once... Yeah, it's supply and demand, yeah. Where they have like an amount that they need, and you have an amount that you're selling. However, if you make too much and throw too much out there at them... No, I'm not making any sense right now. Hold on. What is all this? Where are all these trucks going? Oh, I'm making more berries? How many more berries do I have? 7? 6, 5, 4... I guess days are going by pretty fast, so this probably is 3 a day. Let's go to 1 truck a day. While I try to remember things long ago. Last month, we lost 98,000. We made 105,000. Probably because that huge influx of income from berries. However, what was it? What is that marketing thing? People have a demand for things, and you have the thing, so you start selling it to them. You don't want to just flood the market with it, because then the demand will go down to super fast. Like apples, if they really want apples, you bring them apples, but you bring in like 20 at a time. You don't bring in like 400, because then nobody's going to want apples anymore. But you make it so that you want to kind of manage the demand and the supply. I'm not making any sense, but forgive me, it's been a minute. I'm smart, I swear. I know things. What I don't know is why these places send berries so fast that I can't even think. Am I still researching something? I'm not. Let's get some logistics. Actually, let's get fields. Let's get more... Plantation would be for sugar. So let's go for that. Actually, plantation is for everything that I'm making, because these are plantations. So, production, overview. Oh yeah, I haven't researched it yet. Now, my little empire is losing money rapidly. It's $7 million. Last month I managed to make money. It is May now. So I think in the end... Oh yeah, look. It says right there, yay, you researched grapes. Yay. In the end, I think I am making money every month. Let's speed this up and check. And I don't think it's just because I started mass selling blueberries. Then again, research is going to be quite expensive. $100,000 a month, I'm making $110,000. Yeah, I'm barely making money. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm making money. It can be as barely as it wants, but hey, still doing good. Dispatch cost 4,000. Decent. Current average production is about 8 a month. 9, it seems. 9 for you. How much for you? 6, 9, and 5. So, everything seems to be going good. My little empire seems to be thriving a bit. They've got a glasswork and a smelter built way out in the middle of nowhere. Now, I know you don't want it to be next to like a city, but you don't need it to be in the middle of a forest either. So this place is going to start making... I don't know what they're planning on starting to make. Here it is, ceramics. Meanwhile, Moyoc, are you still stagnant? You're growing now. There we are, enough of the demands are being met on probably wood. And probably sand. Sand too, that can be helping. That it's starting to grow. So pretty soon, it'll eventually get bigger and we'll see new buildings appear. And just all sorts of goodness, but that's gonna have to be it for now. This video's been going on long enough. I've actually researched farming storage. Oh, I didn't even research that first. I have to do that. So I've researched farming storage. I'm getting towards plantation fields, but I'm losing money again. Thank you all very much for watching. This has been Rise of Industry. I always want to call it Rise of Industry Conquest. I'm gonna zoom back in because frames just died. This has been Rise of Industry Alpha 6.0. A bit of a look at it. Maybe not the best look, and maybe not the most efficient or the best build at all. In fact, I'm probably bad at this game, but it's a look nonetheless. So once again, thank you all very much for watching. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Follow me on Twitter, please. Instagram, I don't have an Instagram. But remember that home real estate usage for an unoccupied dwelling unit is the serum for the hyperlocal solution. Thank you everybody very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.